Throne Room Podcast. I am your host, the Queen Marva Nichols, and tonight I have Grambling State University G-Men, QB1 and offensive preseason player of the year, and also SWAC player of the week, Myles Crawley, and linebacker Andrew Jones. And we'll be right back. Hi, this is the Queen Marva Nichols, and welcome back to the Throne Room Podcast on MTMV Sports Network. And I have QB Myles Crawley and linebacker Andrew Jones in the studio with me. G-Men, how are you doing? Andrew, you go first. Tell the audience, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good. We had a good praise today. Quick praise, went through some things, get some things corrected. Just everybody be on the same page.
Sounds good. What about you, Myles?
I'm feeling good. Ready for this game coming up. I'm glad to be on the show.
Hey, man, you sound like you ready. You rocking back and forth and everything. That means you ready.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to take Andrew first, and Myles, I'll be back to get you, okay? Stand
All right.
by. All right, I have Andrew Jones, our linebacker, who performed so well during the Grambling State versus Tuskegee game at the Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. Welcome to the Throne Room Podcast. Tell everybody where you're from, what number you wear, what high school you went to. Just tell us about who you are, because Grand Fam always want to know what's going on.
Well, my name is Andrew Jones from New Orleans, Louisiana. I went to John Ehret High School in Marrero, New Orleans on the West Bank. I went number 6, played linebacker. I transferred him last year from Memphis, University of Memphis. I was there for 2 years since 2021. Ever since I got here, it's really been a great experience. Just play with certain guys.
Awesome. Yeah, before the show started, I saw the chemistry you and Myles had, going back and forth, playing with each other and just having good dialogue. And that's awesome. Always awesome to see. Now, let's get right to it. Andrew, you led the team with 11 total tackles, including 2 tackles for a loss and half a sack in the win over Tuskegee. What was your mindset going into this game, and how did you prepare to make such an impact on defense?
Well, throughout the week, we emphasized stopping the run game with Tuskegee. Coach really emphasized us on taking a big jump from week 1 with ULL to week 2. So even though it is the next game, it is the next game. That's the game. That's a big game. No matter what game it is, who we play, that's the next game. That's the only priority. So throughout the week, we weren't worrying about anything else. We were about how we could maximize and work our best against Tuskegee. What play calls we could use, how to position ourselves, and where we could put ourselves in the best spot to make plays. And I took what our defensive coordinator, Coach Rollins, put on the table in front of us, and I tried my best to do what he asked.
Well, you did that. You did an excellent job as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The defense set the tone early with key interceptions and pressure on Tuskegee's offense. What was the game plan going into the game, and how did you execute it so effectively in the first half?
Well, the biggest game plan was we knew that we were going to have a running quarterback in the game. That's probably the most deadly quarterback. Um, we had to find a way to put pressure on him, put him in situations where he had to make a quick decision. And even though we were putting pressure on him, we had to make sure on the back end, linebackers and DBs we were in the right spots to be present when he made a bad throw or made a bad decision, so we could capitalize off it. And even though, yes, they will pass the ball, we still had to be sure to look out for the run. So we had to be heavy on our keys, making sure our eyes were right, not trying to do anyone's job, just doing your job, doing your 111, and just maximizing and effort. Effort is the biggest thing. Putting no matter what 100% effort into the exact play that you're in, and once that play is over, it's over. No matter the result, no matter what they do, first down, touchdown, no matter what it is, once that play is over with, it's over with. But while you're in that play, you need 100% effort.
Let me ask you this: are you the middle linebacker?
Yes, I play Mike.
Okay, so that's good to know. I have to get to know, the new middle linebacker because we had Matthews last year,
Right, right.
for the last few years, and he was so impressive. And so we're just, welcome to the middle linebacker position.
Thank you, thank you.
And you were very impressive. Now, as one of the defensive leaders, how do you keep the team focused when you're up big at halftime? And how do you motivate the guys to stay sharp for all 4 quarters?
Well, during the beginning of the season, during fall camp and during the summer, the guys taught me a lot to not so much of lead by what you say, but lead by how you act, lead by example. So me coming out, trying my best to keep high energy, no matter what was going on, run to the ball, get to the ball, hustle every play, keep everybody on their toes, communicate, make sure everybody knew their jobs and understand what we were trying to complete by calling certain plays. It kept everybody on the up and up. Nobody had to think about what their job was. We communicated so well to the point where if you didn't know, you could hear it from the person next to you, the person behind you. We just made sure everybody was on the same page with no matter what the play call was. If you don't know, ask somebody. So
Wow. Well, that sounds like a good plan going into the next game this coming weekend. Next up is Texas A&M Commerce. What are the keys to stopping their defense, and how do you carry the momentum from this game into the next matchup?
well, just like Tuskegee, Texas Commerce, they're a really good team. They're physical. They know how to operate in space. They know how to make plays. We just have to capitalize on our end. We can't beat ourselves. We can't beat ourselves with penalties. We can't beat ourselves with misassignments. We can't beat ourselves with lows. We just have to put effort in. We can't be selfish. If you're tired, take a break. You know,
Say
um,
something.
just communicate. Right. Just say something. If you're tired, get a breather. But I feel like the biggest thing this week is going to be playing 60 minutes, playing a full game, no matter how tired you are, no matter what the score is, playing a full game. It's going to be a tough game. They're a good, physical, smart team. So on our side, we have to be more physical, more smart, and a better team. We just have to work. It's an even game. The talent is there on both teams. So at this point, it comes from effort and your preparation. So as long as we prepare the right way, we continue to learn about key points and certain keys and learn about what's going to happen when we see certain things and glue it to our brain and our mind. When the game comes, it's going to feel like practice. We just got to operate and do our own job. Don't try to do nobody else's job. Communicate, stay in your lane, do your job, and everything will fall into place.
Well, Andrew, let me say this. You are eloquent. You have been a joy to speak with tonight, and I'm so glad to meet you and hope to meet you very soon in person and also bring you back on the show in the very near future. I'm going to go to your brother, QB Myles Crawley, at this time. So stand by. I'm going to bring him on, and I'm going to put you in the green room, okay? Stand by. Thank
Thank
you so much. It's been a joy to speak with you. Hey, Miles.
What's up?
That's my boy right here. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
love you so much. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you.
God, I'm telling you, you make me so godly proud. And everybody from Graham fam, I know your grandmother, your daddy, your auntie, the whole family, your sister, your mother, everybody is just beaming with joy and pride. How are you
Yeah.
doing tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I'm ready, for this upcoming game. So just trying to stay locked in.
Yeah, I think you really locked in last weekend. We saw some awesome football from Myles Crawley from MJ7, and I was watching and I was just overjoyed. And you executed so well. You had that, career day with 304 yards and four touchdowns in just 2.5 quarters of work. What do you think clicked for you and the offense against Tuskegee, especially in the first half?
I think it just came into preparation, throughout the week. And then knowing that we had took that first L, against UL, so we wanted to make sure we bounced back. And coach kind of just emphasized, let's have a big jump from week 1 to week 2. So that was kind of the big emphasis for the week, so we just prepared the right way and everything just fell in place on Saturday.
And it certainly did, especially that first half. So you spread the ball around to 8 different receivers with Javon Robinson having a career best day.
Right.
How important is it that trust and connection with your receivers when you're under pressure?
It's very important. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I like to say, my job kind of easy when you got those many playmakers around you. So as long as I get it in those guys' hands, they pretty much do the work for me. So but they all come to the preparation, spending time, creating that chemistry, throughout the offseason and even throughout the season. So I like where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? It's some room for improvement for sure. But we just gonna keep going, and looking ahead of us.
Yeah, I was watching, I know number 88, what's his name?
Nick Howard, yeah.
Yeah, he was really, really good. And we lost our boy Nason
Uh,
to the injury. I know that hurt. I saw you hug his mom and his dad. And
yeah.
I know you guys are homeboys and you guys have been really, really, really thick. Um, how are you managing or handling his
Uh,
injury or just the loss of him on the team this year?
No, I mean it's hard. You know what I'm saying? He was real impactful. Not just for the offense, but for the team. He was a high energy guy. Man, I hate he went down, man. That's like my real life brother right there. So we just gonna dedicate this season for him. I just hate it because this my last season, so I really wanted to go out with a bang with him. But it's in God's hands, so we just gonna roll with it. But like I always tell him, I'm with him all the way. The team behind him, he got a lot of support behind him, so we're gonna get through this.
Yes, you will get through it, and he's such a he has a lot of fortitude, and I know he's gonna bounce back, and he has 2 years left.
Right.
Coach Mickey was just telling me when I interviewed him a few minutes ago, and so I'm going to be looking forward to seeing Nason come back and make a great impact on our offense in the future years, in his last 2 years at Grambling. So
Right.
anyway, let's get off Nason. And we lost Quentin Talley maybe for half the season. Have you
Yeah.
heard anything about him?
They kind of just keeping that business in house, just for him and his family. So we haven't really heard too much. But like you said, we just behind those guys. Those are two impactful guys. That's one of our biggest leaders up on defense. So, we hate that he's going down, but like you said, we just gonna pray for him and just hope everything go right and he'll be back soon.
Yeah, God is going to heal him and Nason. I truly believe that they're going to be stronger than ever. Talking about defense, your defense set the tone early with 2 big interceptions in the first quarter. How much does it help your confidence as a quarterback when the defense provides such field position advantages like that?
It helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just those guys, if we get off the field early, they can make a big impact for us to get us back on the field. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of knew that going into just into camp. I remember telling the media at one point that I felt like defense was the most improved since last year. So it's always a battle going at it at practice with those guys. So I knew that they was gonna be pretty good when upcoming season. So shout out to those guys, and like I said, we just gonna keep rolling.
Keep on rolling. Now let's talk about CJ Knighton caught his first collegiate touchdown in the Tuskegee game. So as a senior leader and the field general, how do you support your younger G-men as they grow into their roles on the team?
You just kind of comfort those guys. You don't baby them though, but you kind of just, you kind of show them the way, lead the way, show them the standard, but also understand that, you're a young guy, but you can't operate as such though. You know what I'm saying? We have an impactful role. So those guys get it though. And I'm proud of those young guys, man. We got a lot of young guys on the team that's stepping up into big roles. So it's big up to those guys. I'm proud of those guys, man. I feel like they handling it well.
Awesome. And I know they appreciate your leadership, Myles. I've been at, I've actually been a part of practices in the past, and I see how you lead, and you are very impactful, I'm sure, as it pertains to the younger players on the team. So kudos to you. And that's what a field general should be, a leader of the team should be. And I guess that's why you're the SWAC Player of the Week and SWAC preseason or off season or preseason, excuse me, Player of the Year. We're gonna get to that towards the end. We only got a few more questions. I know you gotta go. It's been a long day, but I wanted to ask you about your upcoming game against Texas A&M Commerce, and it's a non-conference matchup on the road. What have you seen from their defense in film study, and what are the keys to maintaining the offensive rhythm you found again in Tuskegee?
The keys for it offensively, just to be us. I feel like we prep well for these guys, and for us, what they showing on film, they show a lot of different things. That they like the man coverage a little bit. They show a lot of different wrinkles on you based off personnel. And so it's gonna be a pretty good matchup. Like I was telling the guys today, we're gonna have to come and play. But at the end of the day, I feel like we the better team, and so what I'm saying, we just go out there and play our game and just hope for the best.
Yeah, and that's what we want you all to go in and win and stay healthy too and come
Yeah.
back for SWAC play. Now, Myles, you've had the opportunity to attend the Peyton Manning Passing Academy for the last 2 summers. And so
Yeah.
how has that experience shaped your development as a quarterback? And what are some key lessons you've brought back to Grambling State?
It's been a great experience, just kind of being around those guys, those big time guys, and also just being in the same room as those guys that you once, that walked the shoe that you trying to walk in, for the Mannings. So grab the knowledge from those guys, and just spending my last 2 years there has been a great experience. I just hate that it was my last year going, but yeah, it's always a great experience. You can grab a lot of knowledge from not only just the Mannings, but from a lot of the other top quarterbacks in the country. So some things I just grabbed back, just kind of how to lead my team, how to structure you guys, for us, how to just move you as such for as a quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? As being the leader of the team, you kind of, got to always walk that straight line. So it's always a great experience. And I shout out to the Mannings for inviting me for the last 2 years.
Isn't that amazing? I was so happy for you. You got that nod
Yeah.
again.
And it's
I
crazy. I'm
want
kind of rocking this shirt right now. One of the shirts they gave me, though. It's crazy.
And I know that
Yeah.
they're proud of you. I know that they feel that they made a great choice in bringing you both years with the success you had already
Nice.
going into the season. So, again, I know I was proud of your participation and Graham fam, period. You really made us proud. Now, let me ask you, you've had a unique journey. You were recruited by Coach Eddie Robinson at Alabama State, and then Coach Hugh Jackson brought you over, and you as QB1 for Grambling last year, and now you're under the leadership of Coach Mickey Joseph. Can you tell us how each of those coaches have been influential in your success?
They all been influential in different ways. It's always love and respect for all those guys. But it kind of just helped me mold into the guy that I am today. Just for different things. Not to go into such detail, but just
Mhm, mhm.
different things for us. How to move as a quarterback. How to play the position, how to lead the team. And then another big thing, just how to handle adjustment, handle the different coaches coming in, the different teams, how to handle those things and still be, that leader and that guy to help the team. So Shout out to those guys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate those guys. Still got love and respect for Alabama State, but it's no other like the G, man. So I'm just glad to be here. This is where I feel like I'm supposed to be. So I'm ready to roll.
Well, we're glad to have you and your family, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Most people, we're gonna wrap you up. Most people don't know that you're a vegan. How have you been eating? Has your grandmother still been cooking for you and all that and spoiling you to
Oh
death?
yeah, I go see my granny every morning, and that's kind of how I start my day off. You know what I'm saying? My granny, she my world, so she kind of just keep me in a great headspace to start my day off. So shout out to my
That is
granny,
so
man. I don't know
beautiful.
where I would be without her.
Oh, that is so awesome. And she is just as pretty as she wants to be. I'm telling you, a pretty, pretty lady. Um, and can cook the food that
Right,
you
for
like.
sure, for sure.
Now, also, we see you walking barefoot on the field, I guess for grounding purposes. We're like,
Yeah.
okay, how do you walk on turf like that? You got some hard feet on the bottom, or you are really in
Yeah.
the zone, man. What is that all about, Miles?
That's just kind of how I like to start off my game. You know, I kind of just walk with my shoes off. You know, it's kind of two things. You know, it helps for my mental, and for its physical wise. It helps your joints and different things like that, and your
Hmm.
ligaments when you kind of start off walking with no shoes, and then just mentally it kind of just help you feel one with where you at right now, be present in where you at, and I kind of just say my affirmations, kind of manifest the things I want for the upcoming game. So that's kind of like my little stilo, I like to call it, before every game. So it's been paying off for me though, so I won't stop.
Yeah, it's paying off for you big time. Keep
Yeah,
whatever you
it
need
keep
to
me
do.
calm.
Just keep
Yeah.
keep doing
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. Okay. Now, what's in your earphones? What's in your headset when you're out there doing that? What's on your playlist when you're focusing?
I got a lot of different things. But last game I kind of, we I'm an Atlanta guy, so we lost my boy Rich Homie Quan. So I kind of was
Mhm.
paying my tribute to him. So I kind of just had him in my ears all day that day. But I like a lot of different guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in the hip hop genre, but I do like some R&B too. I kind of like to start the day of the game off with just something soft and smooth, just to kind of keep me calm. Then I kind of, get up tempo, once the game get going and kind of get me
Yeah,
going.
it's a
So
progression. It's a
yeah,
progression.
yeah.
Well, I asked Coach Mickey. He said he listened to Wayne. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said he,
Yeah.
he said he listens to Wayne. I said, oh, he said I can't tell you what the words are because my mom. I don't want her to know what I'm listening to. So he's still under his mom's thumb. But uh, thank you for speaking with me. I know you guys have had a long day. I'm gonna bring your brother Andrew back. Hey, Andrew. Um, I just want to say, G Man, I'm so proud of you. I've had a wonderful evening speaking with you. And before I let you guys go, now, Andrew, what are you listening to in your earphones? And what's some of your pregame preparations?
It depends. Sometimes it depends on the mood I'm in. I wake up like just like Miles. I like to listen to something slow. Let Anthony Hamilton, let Jasmine Sullivan, just keep me soothing. But once game time comes, a little Jay Z, Lil Wayne, Tupac, just a little bit of Tupac a little. You
Just a little
know,
bit.
That's old school guy right there,
yeah,
man. You're old school
yeah.
guy.
I
Yeah,
like
that's from my era.
it's up tempo, but it's like it gives you that rah rah feel to be on bad
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Well, let me tell you, you guys are two bad boys, two bad G-men, and look, we're gonna be rooting for you and the entire uh G-men team on Saturday at was it Texas A&M Commerce,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be great, and we're looking forward to that SWAC play, for real, for real. And I want to bid you all a good night, and I want to tell our audience thank you for joining the Queen and the Young Kings. It's not the coach and the Queens tonight. I'm with the Young Kings tonight,
Yeah.
especially my favorite football players in the whole world, the G-men of Grambling State University. With that being said, um, good night, and thank you all for joining me.
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having me. All right.